Good morning, welcome to SouthernCrossGO. Now I'm down the beach at Legion this morning. It's just finished raining. It's been raining all night, but it's nice now. Apparently it's going to clear up. It's going to be a good day. So yeah, I actually had a blackout last night, well, early this morning. Just went off for about, I don't know, 30-40 minutes or so. I don't know why. Certain areas, you know, blackouts are pretty common in Indonesia, you know, and the Indonesians call it mati lampu. Now mati means die and lampu is like lamp or light, you know, so mati lampu, the lights are off, it's a blackout. Or you can say listrik mati, which is listrik is electric and mati is die, so you know, so it's either mati lampu or listrik mati for a blackout. But yeah, they're annoying. Everything's off, the fan's off, it gets hot instantly. And because it's in Ramadan now, Ramadan's already started, so everyone's up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning cooking and getting ready for puasa. Now puasa means fasting in Indonesian, so that starts about daybreak, you know, so people get up early, they cook, they eat as much as they can to last them through the day until buka puasa. Buka means open, buka puasa, it's open fasting, like it's when fasting finished. So yeah, the electric went off. It's a bit annoying actually, but anyway, it's sort of common. It didn't go off for long. Maybe it was just fixing one of the transformers, or the electric, the PLN. The PLN is the company that does the electric in Indonesia. Maybe they're just fixing a line or something. Didn't go off for too long, but it is annoying. So I'm getting with Lucy, but I've lost her. Oh, there she is, way up there. Lucy, come on, girl, please. All right, so let's talk about Ramadan a little bit. So if you're Islamophobic, don't bother coming to Indonesia, because it's the biggest Muslim country in the world. In Bali, it's predominantly Hindu, of course. There's only about, I think about 20 or 25% of Muslims here, and they're normally working or living here, you know. And without them here, the Indonesians, other than the Balinese, so they wouldn't be able to cope with all the tourism. So there's a lot of them here. And the end of Ramadan, they'll all go home for pulang kampung, you know. Go back home to the village for Lebaran. Lebaran is the end of Ramadan. They all get together and have the big feast and that, you know. So in Ramadan, there's some really good and different types of foods that come out. So it is an exciting time for foodies, because you get all them certain things that they only really cook and make, and mainly around Ramadan, you know. So well, in the next month or so, we'll explore some of those foods, you know. A lot of snack foods and things, and on the streets there'll be a lot more people just randomly setting up tables and selling stuff for Ramadan and for buka puasa, you know, for the breaking the fast at the end of the day, yeah. So there's some good little night markets and that around. I think I did a video last year on the Ramadan markets in Denpasar, which was pretty hectic actually. There's Lucy. Come on, Lucy! Liz? Anyway, the rain stopped. It was really heavy rains last night. Really, really full on heavy. So this is the big Kuta sign up here. You can see the block wall there. We'll walk up around that and have a look. The beach is very quiet. Down there where I did the rock wall videos, they've got some diggers down there. They're going to rock wall all the way along now. It's just getting washed out too much. There's a video coming out for that very soon. Yeah, I got the little cappuccino warung here, and the little coffee truck. He's got a, thank you, bro. He's got his little cappuccino machine there. Very good. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought they had the Kuta beach sign here, but unless they've removed it, maybe they have. So I've lost Lucy. Anyway, I walked back up the footpath. Here she is down on the beach. What are you doing, Luce? Playing with the other dogs. She loves the beach. Alright, yeah. Alright, so we'll get on the bike. We'll head off back home. I've already had me breakfast because Yuli was up before Bahasa started and having breakfast. So I had breakfast like at 5 o'clock this morning. But I might even stop and grab a meat pie. Now I grabbed a really good one of the gimme pies yesterday at the Wata Tiara over in Sopotan. Really good pies actually. I had a steak and bacon one, it was really good. So if you see gimme pies around, not too bad, check them out. So it looks like there was some pretty big tides last night, and you see the rubbish line here, all the way along here. It's not too bad really. I think they've got a lot of it this year already, you know. In another couple of months, before you know it's going to be the dry season again. The winds will change offshore, be beautiful and calm here every day, and the rubbish should be gone, you know. So, which is when the main tourist season starts, probably about April it starts. When it's getting winter and cold in Australia, they're all here. They all come here in their hundreds and thousands. Come on, Lucy, let's go. Alright, let's get on the boat and move on. Alright, so I just stopped here at the Aussie Bakehouse that's on Padmaltara, and it's just very close to the Y-Bar. The Y-Bar's just here. And just to see the difference between the gimme pies, because that gimme steak pie and bacon pie I had yesterday was really, really good. One of the better pies I've had in Bali. So we'll check out this potato pie and see what it's like compared, like the meat filling and that. So I've come to me little cut-through road that cuts through. It's a shortcut road. And it's all flooded through here. It's flooded right up around the corner. The bikes are going, but there's a few big holes in there, and this is only a little bike. These are a lot bigger bikes, so I might go back around, I think. It looks like a couple of bikes here stalled out and they pushed them over here, so around the corner it floods out as well. So we'll head back towards Sunset Road. Alright, so we're going to do a loop around and go the long way around. Now the Indonesian word for a flood is banjir. Banjir, B-A-N-J-I-R, banjir. Oh, and look at this too. Even up here on Sunset Road, it's flooded too. Look at this. Whoa. Wow, just flooding everywhere. Masih electric, which is really good. Masih means still, electric, so still electric, which is good. That blackout really pissed me off. Let's try this pie. The potato pie. It's not too bad, but this is just mince. That gimme pie I had yesterday was steak, and there was chunks of steak all through it, heaps of bacon in it, and it was really one of the better pies I've had. So anyway, this is still good. So when you're talking like that, listrik mati. Now mati means dead, and let's talk about that a bit, because when it comes to a person, meninggal is died or die. So if someone died, you say like dia meninggal, and meninggal, yeah, he died. You don't say he mati, dia mati. You say dia meninggal. Yeah. So there's two different ways you can use die, or two different words for it, just depending on how you use it in a sentence. So there's a lot of words like that in Indonesia. Even a lot of single words, you use them a different way in a sentence, just mean a completely different thing. So, and it's the same with words like, which is suka, like aku suka, like I like. But if you are like that, kamu seperti itu, kamu seperti, so there's two different words for like. So some words, there's two different words depending on how you say it in a sentence, and sometimes there's just one word that means many different things depending how you use it in a sentence. So this is something you'll understand with time. It just all of a sudden, oh yeah, that's why. So it can become tricky. So some other commonly used words is like this and that. So this is ini, that is itu. here is di sini, there is di sana, but also there can be di situ or kasana. So sometimes there's a few different words for that one thing, but depending how you use it in a sentence again is which way you say it. So there are a couple of words, extra words that are good to know, you know. Another one is sudah. Sudah means already. So saya sudah ada, I already have, you know. That's a good one if someone's trying to get you to buy stuff. You can just say sudah ada, or sudah, aku sudah beli. Beli means B-E-L-I means buy, aku sudah beli. So yeah, there's just a few simple words that are that you'll use a lot, you know. And there's another one. If you want is mau. So if you don't want, it's tidak mau. So yeah, someone's trying to sell you something, you say, oh, tidak mau, makasih, tapi tidak mau. Tapi means but. So makasih, thank you, but I don't want. Makasih, tapi aku tidak mau. Because I think a lot of the time when you're first learning, you're always thinking in English and you're putting like ifs and buts and ahs into your sentences, which you can. There is words for them. Like jika is if, you know. But you just don't have to use them. You can just leave it out. And most of the time they do leave it out. So that's sort of a little bit tricky because you're trying to learn and the only way you can understand is because you know English. Well, you seem to start, you're using those ands and buts and the ifs in your Indonesian language, but you just don't have to. You can just leave them out, you know. Sometimes you've got to use them, but most of the time you don't, you know. So that gets a little bit tricky, and after a while you'll realise where you do and you don't have to use these words, you know. The small words, you know, is, but, and, at, you know, things like that. Okay, so we'll leave this video here. Just bring in little Kenzo for a ride on the bike. So if you haven't checked out a channel, it's called Travel Planet Earth. It's a really good channel and great information. He's in the Philippines at the moment. Check it out. I'll leave a link for that. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, know the drill. See you on the next one.